We record a lot of live performance footage, and I hoard that footage, like maniacally, and don't use it until we have a band going on an international tour, and we can use it to really prime that market, whether it's a place they've toured 100 times or a place they've never gone to before. So there's also this concept of, we have content, you have to use it right now, and that's also not the pace, and artists get impatient, things start to feel dated. The other thing that's really important is it only feels dated to you. No one else has seen it before. And I think people get this threat in their mind of, well, I'm just sitting on this, why wouldn't I use it? And of course there are cases where go, but it doesn't have to always be the case. And just because you've created something doesn't mean you have to use it that second. One of the other things that makes our choices hard sometimes, if you're in a position to really give a band your opinion, is sometimes you have to say no. Sometimes it's not the right time to do something. And just because an opportunity is presented to you doesn't mean you have to do it right then. Sort of like that idea with content where just because you made it right now doesn't mean you have to use it right now. And I think the idea of patience is often overlooked. Bands, people who work in arts particularly, it's really easy to move on to the next thing and things, you're 3 steps ahead, and I think the notion of touring falls into that too. And fans don't necessarily catch up as quickly as we want them to, and you don't necessarily get to come to Australia or go to the UK or go anywhere immediately, and if you're an artist who wants to be an artist and this is your career and what you want to be your livelihood, you have to be willing to be a little bit patient and to, use these building blocks that I've been talking about to make the other experiences you have that much better. And they're not only better for you when you do that, they're better for the fan. When you go back to that idea of there are 10 people in a room, it's not that great. And, there's a notion, of course, there's that magic band that's one in, 1,000 or 1,000,000 where you see them and they know they're going to be massive. And you're like, I was there then. I was one of those 10 people, right? And that's amazing. But that's a lot less common than I was one of 10 people and this band's going to continue playing for 10 people forever, right? So, we've had a lot of artists where we have had to say no, and that's not an easy conversation. I'm sure everyone in this room has had a conversation or been on the receiving end of one where someone's leading with their heart and not with their head. And what we do is heart-driven a lot of the time. Or, everyone in this room is driven by a passion for music, and, having to think with the business end isn't always what here wants to tell you. But sometimes you have to listen to this a little bit more, otherwise it hurts a lot more here. And there's not really a method to the madness, right? But I think what I hope you guys get from today is, we have these tools now to make things a little bit easier, make the experiences better.
Pond5.